Yeah, say that 3 times fast.
No, thank you.
All right. Hey, interweebs, my name is Todd, and tonight we're going to be playing some Shadowrun, and I mean playing. I get to play. I'm super excited. So I'm here with a bunch of happy, awesome people who are busy yawning and doing all kinds of stuff, putting their faces back on. Yeah, it's a cyber face. That's what it is. But yeah, we're going to play, and we got GM Steve over here, and we'll meet everybody. But first, why don't we meet everybody first? Then I'll do the title credits. Goo, goo, goo!
All right. Hey, welcome. Good to see the people I can see. And yeah, excited. Been enjoying GMing again. Enjoying messing with your brains a little bit. And enjoying the fun twists and interesting dialogue that comes out of the players and their characters. So, yeah, we've got this session and one more before breaking for the summer and picking it up in the fall. And the plan is to continue this Shadowrun with these characters, this campaign, as it were, in the fall at some point. So stick around for that.
Sorry to interrupt, but if we survive, just putting that
if you survive, well, I mean, I'll still be GMing, and yeah. So let's meet the room over to, I don't know, how does this work? I'll just pick random people. Donnie, reintroduce yourself and your character.
Oh, that's not Donnie. I still need to set all the things. So yeah.
I'm Donnie. Reset all the things.
I do. I really do.
Looks like you have Donnie's cam off too, Todd. Looks like it's on your side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in case you didn't know.
There we go. Thank you.
Plug me back in.
There you
Now
are.
you're a real person.
Is it plugged in? Is it turned on? Wait, I don't want to know if Donnie's turned on. No offense, dude.
Yeah. Donnie,
I want to know. I'm
Cat.
Cat, if you even get a chance to see her, she's wearing all black. She's a weapon specialist. And she doesn't like the public very much. So that's what I mean, if you ever get a chance to see her. She does hang with her party friends, and she helps back them up with, let's just put it this way, she knows how to open up a can of whoop-ass.
Murder and mayhem.
You got a problem? Use gun.
I have gun.
If I don't get to you first with my katanas.
Yeah.
True. A little quieter.
And over that way, we have Darcy.
Well, I'm not that way, but that's okay. Hi.
Oh, I'm mirrored. I'm mirrored.
Yeah, mirrored. I'm Darcy. You can find me at twitch.tv/DarcyBits. I'm playing Radio, and she is this little freak of radioactive nature.
Radioactive advancement.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. Yeah, she's here to do a job, and hopefully get the opportunity to put her skills to test like last time. Moving into downtime, who's to say? She knows how to track someone. She knows her way around the streets, but otherwise, leave it to the hackers.
I agree with that. Leave it to the hackers.
Nice. And Phil, who is definitely above me.
Yeah. Thanks, GM. So, Gerald, cranky old man. And by old, I mean he would have been alive in today's real world, and is still alive in what year are we in? 2084 or something?
We're 70 years ahead. It's 2092.
Yeah, 2092. Anyway, he's a cranky old guy who plays around with versions of clockwork nonsense drones and flies a helicopter.
Nice. And last, on the top row, since I'm mirrored, it's over there. We have Bela.
Hey everybody, I'm Bela, and I am playing Bliss, our wild and zany Techromancer. She is just out for romancing the technology. So yeah, that's her.
And usually when she's doing that, Kat is backing her up, protecting her.
Or Gerald.
Or Gerald in this case, because you were in a helicopter this time.
Yeah, I had some real good digs this time.
I'm never gonna turn down the company of a pretty lady.
Oh, Gerald,
Better not turn me down either.
Such a sweet talker, Gerald. You're a human romancer.
Well, we gotta have every party needs at least one of those.
Nice. And under that, we have Todd.
Hey, I'm going to be playing Mac, a human magician who's got a big cyber arm and a even bigger chip on his shoulder. Used to work in medical evac, and now he's about causing medical evac, apparently.
Helpful.
Well put.
And healing my team, apparently. I don't think I've yet done that.
You healed yourself. You're on your team, right? That counts.
I am on my team. Yeah. It's true.
Oh, you healed the guy that got shot in the head.
Yeah, that's true. I do heal a lot.
You healed the guy that you beanbagged.
Yeah.
It's the 1-2 combination. Less than lethal, mostly.
All right.
Needs to be less enough that you can heal them.
Let's roll the credits and get into it.
Alrighty. Let's do.
Talking over the credits. The credits that nobody cares about. What movie is that from?
Techie people care about that.
Right here.
I mean, why are these even here? What are these?
Industry people do.
It signals the beginning of the show. It's a nice bookend for the
Ricky Gervais.
All right, here we go.
Somebody's got to know that movie.
This thing. There it is. Got my character sheet. All right.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to the Shadows. When we last left our runners, they had found the Invisi-crate, which contained AA-23, the shipping container, which had disappeared from the docks, disappeared from the possession of the crime family, the Pianos. The mystery of where it had gone had been solved by our runner crew. An invisible crate had been put on an invisible truck and taken right out from under the noses of the mafia-controlled pier. Upon finding the crate, or upon finding the warehouse owned by the trucker who they determined was driving one of the trucks they suspected as being in on the steal, they approached the warehouse and managed to take out everybody in it. Knocking out 7, killing 1. Not a bad ratio for a Shadowrunner.
Yeah, that's practically... Actually, we're probably better than police ratio at this point.
Probably. Lone Star would not have been so gentle, I will say that.
Fewest
Which
deaths
one
I've
died?
been involved in.
Fred died.
The guy that talked. Died.
So
I
the
had
guy
a
that died
good
was
heart
the
to
guy
heart
that
with Fred.
talked. And importantly, let's go back to a little bit of the keynotes of the monologue from Fred upon having been influenced beyond all measure by Mac.
I want you to spend your last words on telling me what I want to know, Fred. Okay, I didn't quite say it that way.
No. You even tried to heal them afterwards, but it was too late.
Yeah. See? 1-2 combo. Just missed the 2.
I know what you need to go hang out up there. I'm playing. Hey, waves everybody. Just hold on. Okay, go
So we have since piled everybody into a bunch of
Sorry,
vans
just
and
distracted by a Sprite here.
stuff. No worries.
It'll happen.
The spirit of man.
So, Spirit of Man, yes, a small Sprite, little elf girl. Anyway, so he basically said, I'll have to paraphrase because I don't remember. You can go back and watch last episode if you need the actual word
Episode
for word.
3.
Episode 3, the last loss of the Lost Bros Brothers. See how cleanly I said that? I practiced it.
2 more times and you get the bit.
2 more times. Yeah, so we did this job and they were like Yakuza guys, and we'd done jobs for Yakuza before, but they were kind of a little bit different than these guys. It was a little bit weird. They had to steal this crate from the pier over there where it was, and we brought it over here. And then when we want to get paid, like, they were weird about how they pay, you know? It was like, normally Yakuza, they're old school, they pay you in like yen, and you gotta convert it to new yen. These guys are like, oh yeah, we'll just pay you new yen. And it was a little weird, like they weren't, it's like, you know, a Yakuza guy's got a tradition. These guys didn't have no tradition. It was fucked up. I mean, we're the Lost Bros Brothers, and we're like trying to establish tradition, right? And then he died.
That is the tradition of the Lost Los Brothers.
Yeah.
Especially the last one of the Lost Los Brothers.
Man, what a loss.
Oh God, what have I done? What have I done with the names? Too many names. So then you piled all the runners piled all the unconscious dudes in the back of a van.
Mm-hmm. We'll tell you what we're gonna do with them, but they are there. And
we got a phone call. You got a phone call from Flurp Jompton, who indicated that they had received a short burst of signals from the cyberware, which they had been obviously scanning for, and that he kind of talked himself around to saying, just wait there, we'll come and pick it up. You guys had just mentioned the Invisi-crate. He didn't seem to care, and that's kind of where we left off. So the helicopter is there. Bliss is in the helicopter, it looks like. Everyone else is kind of wherever you want to be at this moment, because we can jump ahead a minute. It's fine.
Yeah, most of us are just sort of like randomly ransacking the place in hopes of finding something interesting. Maybe not, but that happened between episodes. It's whatever.
I've got like Fred's revolver, Super Warhawk, and I'm just like click, click.
You've disarmed, pickpocketed,
I'll remember
disrobed,
you, Fred.
whatever you want to do to the guys that you have tied up. You'll get, if you want, I'll say you have up to 8 kind of cheap pans, a few handguns, a few like assault style rifles, some other odds and end beginning runner gear, let's just say. We can deal with exactly what that is whenever. Yeah, none of it's game changing, let's put it that way. If it had been game changing, last episode might have had a different outcome.
Right.
What are you saying, Gerald?
They had this rocket launcher the whole time. Why didn't they use it?
So, Gerald, you have landed your helicopter. It is shut down now. What are you going to do?
Keep the engines warm.
Well, we're going to be scanning the airways for any aircraft that may be incoming. Don't know how the Mafia is coming, but I suspect probably truck. But we're going to keep an eye on the skies, and we're going to. I think Gerald's probably going to just keep a mental link to those other trucks that the rigger had, and see if he can't maybe hijack them and own them for good. Access to them whenever he wants.
Okay, you could make some electronic warfare rolls on that, and being that whichever one of these guys is the rigger, you can be pretty sure he's unconscious. It's likely you'll only be going against its base security settings. So
we could look for data jacks, and he should have a giant RC control deck thing. So they're pretty noticeable.
I think I had mentioned he'd be grabbing that stuff at the end of last. So I don't know what's there, but
yeah. So you can come in. You know what you're looking for, so you'll identify the rigger. He does have a rig deck. Very minimalistic, but it obviously will do the job. So
Better
you
than mine,
could
probably.
do what you like with that.
Well, he'll have
need
his
to
way with it.
crack it. It is secure, so
Cracking. I can do cracking. Let's crack it. 2 and is that the glitch? No. Why is it highlighted in yellow?
At least one shows it as highlighting. It's just the way it's
Okay.
coded.
So it takes you a bit of thinking. You got to try two or three different things, but you eventually do unlock it.
Beauty.
And so you can see it connected to. You can see it's not connected to anything right now. But if you look in its history, yeah, he was controlling 2 transport tractors simultaneously.
All right. And you had said they're parked somewhere, right?
Down the end of the pier.
Quick.
So
Quick.
north.
Quick. Oh, it's over there.
If you walk
I'll bring them both. I'll drive them both down to where we are. If that seems feasible. Tell me more about where they are and like, are they in a storage yard or?
So I don't have a map here, but essentially they're probably like 800-900 meters down the end of this pier, tucked in between a couple of buildings, one behind the other.
Okay.
And they're just bobtailing right now. They don't have anything attached. Like there's no trailer on either of them.
Right. So I can't take the cargo container unless I have it, because these are just empty containers. There's no flatbed on them. There's no wheels under these containers.
That is correct.
Okay. Have we seen flatbeds anywhere?
You could do some kind of surveillance sweep with a drone or something.
Hey, your rat is bleeding on the floor over there.
Okay, just squish it. Perception 1. I don't need that rat anymore anyway.
You don't see anything immediately.
Okay. Well, I'll drive the 2 trucks down here anyway.
Okay.
We got incoming,
So-
guys. Get the shotgun ready as I see the 2 big trucks come down.
Oh. Gerald just kind of looks at you and is like,
I spend the next 3 minutes doing the corporate goon thing where I'm like, come out with your hands up.
Bella, what is Bliss doing at this moment?
She's gonna actually.
You need
At
help
this
with that,
moment-
Gerald.
Unconnect. She heard everything that this person said, right?
Yeah, everyone's
Before he
calls are
died.
open, so yeah, you're gonna have that.
Okay. Before she goes any further, she'd like to dial a friend.
Yes, dial your friend and tell the group.
I'd like to
Or
phone a
tell
friend,
the
Regis.
viewers. Yeah.
So, yeah, she's gonna.
Can you tell me what the connection and loyalty ratings are for that person?
Connection 3, loyalty 2.
Okay. Okay. So yes, give this person a phone call.
So their name is Maxie, and they are
he rides in a taxi.
no, but they do work or run with the Yakuza. And so I want to dig a little deeper into the suggestion that this may have been Yakuza motivated, knowing full well it's not.
So
Good to
To see if they know anything that's going on.
let's play that out. So you make the call. You make the call, and Maxie will answer. Bliss. It's been a couple of minutes.
Yeah. I'm on a job, and something came up, and I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but if you're not, you should be. And if you are, I'd like some information if that'd be okay.
What are you talking about?
We were hired to retrieve a stolen, some stolen wares. We've located it, but when we came up, once we got everybody secured, one of the people before they died, it's the Los Los brothers. What are their name?
That's right. You
The
got it
Los
right.
Bros brothers.
Los Bros brothers.
Interesting.
They indicated that they were led to believe it was Yakuza who asked them. However, they noted that there were some interesting things that didn't make them feel maybe like it was. So,
Not that there's anything
you
wrong
hear
with that.
anything on the ground? I mean,
Somebody's
I don't think you
slowly
want your name
closing
being
his-
thrown around.
So what was the product that was stolen, and when was it stolen approximately? I mean, obviously give me some generalities if you don't have specifics.
Yeah.
Oh, we know
So-
it was private wares, wasn't it?
Well, we may not
Yeah.
want to say.
I have my notes right here from day one.
Well, so you know it was a crate full of cyberware.
Yeah, missing parts, cyberware. It was an internal shipment for the for Crandall Manicotti.
Who?
He's the one that hired us. And he's working for the.
But he's working for
the
Flirt
Piano family.
Johnston.
Yeah, you probably got that backwards. Do you
Yeah,
know
Flirt
who those
Johnson
guys
is working
are?
for him.
What do you
And
mean?
he's working for the
Randall-
Piano family.
Crandall Manicotti is one of several that are third in command of the Piano family. He's a capo. So he is telling you that a crate full of cyberware was stolen from him?
Yeah.
That's
We were
right.
hired by Flirt Johnston
Flurp.
to.
Flurp. I have heard that name. Bit of a
Yeah.
chump, right? I'm gonna have to say, but that's interesting.
So
Because, coincidentally, the Shinto family had something very similar disappear from them about 10 days ago. Disappear from their possession. About 10 days ago.
We might be onto something then.
Very interesting.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
how many days ago did this happen? Like just a couple days, right?
Yeah, this
It's only been a day or
well,
two.
4 or 5
How
days
long?
actually. For like it
Yeah, it was about a week.
not quite a week. Like it
little
disappeared
prior.
from the docks about 4 days ago. They said it had been on like they came into possession of it around about a week ago. Or I mean that's when your information starts. When
Right.
you know it was on a ship in the ocean about a week ago. Right? They don't tell you its history prior to that.
Right.
So
Yeah.
this could very well be
So
the same container.
That's interesting. Whereabouts did you happen to find it, if I might ask?
I would describe where
Uh,
we.
no.
I think this is
No?
a private conversation, isn't it?
Yeah, it It is.
I was assuming.
Yeah.
This is somebody. Well, help me understand before I.
So this guy,
That is it, a murderous double cross?
At those ratings.
he's relatively well connected. He's not high up in any organization, but he knows a lot of people. That a level 3 would say that, where his fingers are connected to a large web. He's not necessarily super important. His loyalty to you is friendly.
Okay.
Right?
Then no, I wouldn't. I would just tell him general, like, we're in the East End kind of thing.
You're
Something
in the
to that.
in the East End. You're still operating out of Seattle, I assume.
Close, yeah.
So,
But anyway,
just a second.
I don't think this has anything to do with your organization.
Can you roll me your charisma plus 5 dice? Easiest way to say it.
Sure.
This is about to get a lot
I
more
certainly
interesting.
could try.
So 9 dice altogether.
Yeah. Whoops. Accidentally put in 10. That won't do any good. All right. And let's see.
Jesus.
Those are
What?
D20s. They're
Oh,
D20s.
jeez.
Yeah, D20s are usually going to be higher than 5. So let's
By
go,
the way,
let's go with
my
D6.
4 successes.
I still had good success, though.
That's pretty good still, yeah.
I had
That is good.
5 successes, and they were all 6s. Should have
So he's like,
edged that.
hey,
Steve.
respect. I'm not gonna pry any farther, but let's just say some of the people I know and don't necessarily work directly for would really be interested in finding out where that particular shipment of goods is, and would probably surprise me if they are not currently hunting it down. If it's the kind of stuff that one can track one way or the other, they're trying to track it. I'm gonna suggest that. These people do not like having their possessions removed from their possession, so to speak.
Okay.
But consider this as well. Just a word to the wise. The Yakuza, they don't come by anything honestly either. So if they're looking for it, however they got it, those people are probably looking for it too.
Right.
Anyway.
I think we're wrapped up in something that's not quite right.
Somebody's using their name.
Hey, listen. Next time you're down in Panama, look me up. We'll get some ceviche.
You're in Panama? Oh man, you're living it now.
For the moment, yeah.
All right. I think I might plan a trip.
We
Be
might
good to
have
get out of this dirt city.
We don't even
Right,
have
I
to
guess
leave the fun.
It's,
All right, buddy. Thanks.
yeah.
If you ever need anything, you know how to get a hold of
I
me.
will.
I know you will.
I think this has been mutually beneficial anyway. I'll talk to you later. And he
Take care.
disappeared. They? Her?
Hey,
They.
they go by they and them, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna translate all that for my crew.
So
Listen.
we should go.
I'm not feeling good about this. Does
We
anybody
can-
else find this odd that they hired us and not their own people to find this?
So what do we think
Anybody?
happened? Is it like
I gotta step away
our
for a bit, guys.
employers
I'll be right back.
took it, and then it was stolen from them, And those
But not-
people weren't who it was originally stolen from.
No, but they are looking for it, and
The Shinto family.
Yeah.
They're not Yakuza.
They're not Yakuza, Steve. No,
Oh, they're one of the. They're Yakuza.
they're one of the Yakuza.
So they are Yakuza.
Branches.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So
Like Yakuza, they're
our
all-
package
Yeah.
was stolen from Yakuza, and then not Yakuza hired the brothers to steal it again.
So yeah, if you try to put it all together, it's like working backwards. Los Bros stole it from the Piano family, who probably stole it from someone else.
from Shinto or
Who
somebody
probably
else,
stole it from we don't know.
possibly
Right.
the Shinto family.
Well, no, the Shinto would be who Piano stole it from.
Right, that's
Shinto
what they
stole
said.
it.
Yakuza
Okay.
also don't get
And the
things
Shinto,
They could have stole it from like the Costco of cyberware, or they could have stole it from the manufacturer, or from
Hey,
they could have stolen
No.
it maybe from the corporation.
yeah, from DocWagon. They could have stole it from like Limbs Are Us.
Gerald,
You don't know.
look around a little bit harder for a flatbed. This is getting very hairy on the way this is coming out. Let's get this thing on a flatbed and get it the hell out of here invisibly, and get inside this trailer and find out just whose it belongs to.
But remember, that trailer is wired. Every time we open that door, it sends an electronic ping. I can try to block it, but they've put something on it.
I know the job is to like get this thing, find out who arranged for to get it stolen from them in the first place. But if this is just a rabbit hole, why don't we just hand it over and wash our hands of it?
Well,
If anyone wants to do a check my memory kind of roll, I will remind you of things. Which I
Here's
would
my
recommend
opinion.
Just calling a logic plus intuition.
we're getting hired by somebody to do a job. If the Yakuza wants to hire us to do a different job, they're welcome to ask, but they haven't.
Well, I just got the sense from my contact that there's a
Alrighty.
lot of people looking for this.
Right?
There
Which
may
has
be a
nothing to
lot
do
of
with
people
us.
on their way right now. I don't know that we should be here when everybody gets here.
Yeah,
You're
they're
telling me
gonna
you
probably
want to get
find it.
involved in a war between the Mafia and the Yakuza? Or do you
No,
feel
thank
like
you.
you maybe just want to do the job we've been paid for and get out of here?
Well, we've
I mean,
already
we've
done
done
the
the
job.
In order
There's
to
a
get
little-
paid, we need to wait here for them to show up.
Right.
Does
Uh,
anybody have any mafia contacts as a contact? Just in general.
Not
I think Mac might.
specific. Mafia.
Let me
Just-
look at the sheet.
Just Yakuza.
Contacts.
I have just a fixer and a pharmacy tech.
Yeah, I got to fix.
He's got a news reporter and a detective. Oh, here he has returned. Not returned. He is still over there. Sorry, what were yours, Phil? What were
A
Gerald?
fixer and a pharmacy tech.
Fixer and pharmacy tech. What contacts does Kat have, Donnie?
I got a fixer and a mechanic,
Okay.
but I'm also street savvy
Yeah.
with Italians.
With Italians?
Yes, I'm an Italian speaker.
Okay. Where's your, let me look at your contact. Todd, Do you want to have any contact with a contact? This is what we're considering right now.
Absolutely. Let me take a look.
Where's Cat here?
You know what?
There.
I might, but I don't mind going a bit later if people are in the middle of something.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
If you wanna...
By the way, what did you want us to roll from memory?
Oh,
It's-
logic and intuition. Just roll a logic plus intuition test. Anyone who would like to remember things.
I only got a 4.
I
My
don't like
memory's a
those.
5.
I prefer
Yeah,
not to
memory is
remember
logic plus willpower, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, let's do that. Logic plus willpower. That sounds better.
Okay, that's why mine's a 5.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dice for me.
Sure, let's do a memory. 3.
3 hits. Very good. This was down.
I did none.
Oh, Cat's just like spinning a knife, like looking at a gun, polishing.
No. Actually, I was actually helping Gerald when he said he was going to be
Yeah.
ground piloting the trucks.
Okay.
I am a ground pilot, and that's what I rolled. I got 4 successes to help him.
Nice.
He's just rigging them. One at a time.
You know what you
Yeah,
could
so
do
I'm
is
doing it
crawl
with my
underneath.
brain.
I'm
You
a
could
driver.
You could crawl underneath and disable any tracking.
Okay. Your rolls are in here. 1.
I'm
I
very
rolled
impressed
11
with
dice
Todd's
and got
one
one
hit
stinking
on
hit.
11 days. Yeah.
I don't
And-
remember.
and-
Mac. My
Oh,
name is
that's,
Mac.
Yeah.
Not Cam.
So Gerald and Bliss will remember
Good.
back to that seedy bar that smelled like, whiskey and vomit.
We had to talk to Flurp.
That Mr. Johnson told you that you would be paid for finding the missing things.
hmm
You would be paid extra for determining who stole them.
hmm
You would be paid extra for any information that might be of interest to the piano family.
All right. I mean, I think we got that, right? We can just give that information and get out.
Yeah, we'll tell them Shinto family's up their ass.
And
Oh, that's who that was.
so, Mac, why don't you give your contact?
I'm not actually sure that it would be that helpful, but I do have
The Lone Star?
I have Lone Star or I have a news reporter.
You could give them each a call. They may shed a small amount of light on things. You never know. So,
I'm gonna put a call, text mostly, just to my brother. I mean, nothing.
Just-
None of you heard anything. To the Lone Star contact, and I'm just like, and super good at crime, guys. I'm like super subtle. I'll just be like,
so what do you want to ask them?
hey man, have you heard anything about missing shipment of cyberware? Might involve OC, organized crime. I may be balls deep in it.
We hear lots of chatter about that. You got to be more specific.
Sounds like more than one organized crime group angling for the same cargo is my guess.
Can you identify which groups you're dealing with?
I'll send him the basics, like the name of the families involved, Shinto family and the Pizzeria family, whatever it was.
Piano.
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 And
Family.
you
I hope
mentioned
he
the
actually
Bros
sends
Brothers.
Pizzeria family.
Actually, I will mention, and did you ever hear any word about these low-level punks called the Los Bros? Los Bros? Them? Los Bros
Yeah,
brothers?
them guys.
Thankfully, you can type better than you can speak.
I'm actually going
Um,
to send him a picture of the pile of the unconscious bodies in the back of the van. Oh,
Make sure that the
I was going to ask
jacket's
Bliss.
visible.
Bliss, how do you turn off geotags on photos? You know this stuff, right?
I'm sure she can.
I think I can handle.
Can you
that.
make this
Yeah.
here? Can you whisper sweet nothings to my phone?
He comes back, Todd. Your contact, Dane, comes back with...
The phone is now all warm.
I know things. He comes back with... Well, the names you mentioned are interesting. The Piano family is one of several Italian mafia families operating in Seattle. The Shinto family is one of several Yakuza operating in Seattle. And if you know your triads, there are also several of them operating in Seattle. You've also got Irish, many mafia. Most of them are, at relative truce level with each other. There's always some hits on both sides. Most of that is settled, by the donation of a finger after the fact. But I have heard some stirrings that in one of the mafia families, there's been some turmoil at the top. And so, if I'm going to hazard a guess, this could have something to do with that, but I can't confirm whether or not it's the Piano family we're talking about. As for us on our side, it's hard to gather that information. We don't always get a lot of detail about which family's which and who's who, because obviously it's in their best interest that we know as little as possible. So I will tell you that we have heard rumors that there's some turmoil at the top of at least one of the Italian families in Seattle.
Thanks a lot, bro. Just a quick last request, and I'll owe you one. If I
just one
ping you my general location, can you just give me a heads up if there's any like high threat response calls tagged through into this general vicinity? I just want to know if the heat's coming.
Do you one better. You got a hacker with you?
Yeah, I think so.
Monitor this frequency. Text you a frequency.
Hey, Bliss. And I'll send it over to her. I can default by the basic computer skills, so I'll just send you the frequency of, I'm guessing, the police band?
Yeah, because police essentially, well, does anybody have a background in law enforcement? Like a knowledge skill, knowing things about law enforcement?
Mine, the closest I had was corporation, like medical threat evac.
That is not. Matrix, no, that is not.
I got Shadowrunner, wild animals.
Nice.
I love that your skill is treasure noticing.
Thank you.
Treasure noticing.
There is treasure. So nobody gets that piece of information, sadly. Anybody else want to talk to anybody before what happens next happens?
No. Radio's gone out the back door and is sort of just leaning against it, keeping an eye out, but that's all she's doing right now.
Okay, Gerald, what are you going to do in order to try to find what you were interested in finding? Being
yeah, so I guess I'll just run an electronics search of some kind in the area to see.
Do you have any flying drones, or do you want to just take the chopper up and go for a rip?
Can we drag?
Yeah, you know what? We're actually gonna do that. I'm actually gonna take the chopper in the air. How long has it been since you spoke to Flurp?
Oh, like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I would propose
and
we
he
get
said
this
they'd be here in about an
container
hour, right?
Yeah, within the hour, he said. Bliss.
So,
Any ideas that you might have to support that endeavor?
So I was thinking to just take the helicopter up and sort of monitor the area, as well as search for flatbeds.
I got an
Fuel's
idea.
expensive.
That chopper could carry this thing if we could just get it out of the building,
Well,
right?
Yeah, that's the other reason the trucks are here.
So, we don't need a flatbed. Let's just hook a bunch of chains to one of the backs of those trucks and drag the container into the out where it can grab it.
Okay, I've solved it. These two trucks, one runs forward, one runs backwards, and we stick the container between the two of them.
Push it out.
I am here for this in all levels.
You're not touching the gear.
If any of you wants to use your brain right now to respond to that, I'll give you a chance to use it. I've seen certain episodes of, Top Gear and the Grand Tour that might give you a clue as to whether or not that will work. The fact that I'm referencing those shows might also give you a clue to whether or not that'll work.
I am just letting people do whatever they want. I'm checked out at this point. I'm just like, we got the thing. Good job. I'm just gonna sit here and wait for people to show up.
Bliss, you hacked this security system really, really well, right?
Yes, I did.
It's got cameras, right?
Yep.
Keep a record of everything. Does it have recorded footage?
Of course it does.
And wipe it after we're going.
Let's search that.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea.
I think I'll do that.
In the meantime,
You got cameras on the inside and the outside of the building. You will notice that the camera, if you look at Roll20 for a second, you got a camera here and on the kitty corner of the building, right? You got one in the corner. But whoops. Oh man, click the right thing. This camera here can see 180 degrees.
Where are we looking?
Okay, the camera kind of, there, adjacent to the helicopter. There's a camera here, it can see 180 degrees.
Northeast corner.
All right. Can I then look at that footage?
You can.
And I'm gonna connect it into their pans so that they can see as well.
And I will encourage Gerald that there's a similar kind of thing he might be able to do with a different piece of equipment.
So I was just about to say that, because I had thought about this earlier, but we got distracted talking about other stuff, is to download the location history of the two trucks to see where they have last been.
Do a location downloading test.
I guess that's correct. Electronics?
Yeah. Electronics.
They're the same for me. One.
Okay. It has a history. You can scroll through it extremely slowly.
Made less.
Am I running Gerald?
Yeah, what did you roll for? Did you roll something? What are you rolling?
You didn't tell me.
The Royal Canadian Kilted Yaxman's Anthem in the other room.
You never told me. So I'm assuming maybe
computers, and you could use your sprite's stats to do that.
Yeah, because I didn't use all of them.
Yeah.
So
I think does the sprite have 12 dice we determined?
I believe I was using my data, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is great. That would be the thing.
That would be the one. I gotta get to that. There she is.
So Gerald, while she's doing that, you kind of just look backwards through the location history. That's actually pretty easy. It's gonna take you a bit. But you can work back. You've seen them you're going back from where you just drove them, from where you parked them, where they were parked at this moment.
Right.
Bliss needs to give me a roll 5 hits. Okay. With that, what the hell are we doing? Oh yeah. You go back through the footage. You can see the trucks. If you go backwards, you see Gerald pull them forward. They go down. You go back. You're just looking for the trucks, right? You've set the sprite to look for the trucks. It's been a couple of days. The last time you see the trucks, they're pulling out, like you see them going backwards into, so essentially you're watching them pull out of, in reverse, the building directly north. And then you see them come out, which would be them backing in, with a trailer each.
Building directly north of us here. This.
Actually, sorry.
This one, right? Yeah, the one I'm.
Yeah. So you actually, technically what you see is you see one truck come in and 2 go out.
As the first one was invisible.
Yeah, and then you keep going back and you see the one truck come out of the building everybody's in, going to there, and you keep going back and you see it pull in with that purple container, and then you keep going back and it arrives with that purple container. So you see it essentially watching it forward. You see it come in with the purple container, drop it, go to the next warehouse, drop the flatbed, go to the end of the dock and park. 2 trucks come out, not invisible at the end of that.
So the flatbeds are inside that building above us.
Should do. Phil, you'll essentially get, Gerald will essentially get the same thing, just slower.
Yeah.
But am I understanding you correctly? You want to take this now? Is that wise?
You, as you're saying that, Bliss, you get an incoming pre-recorded video message.
I do.
I thought we just wanted the Invisi-crate.
I think that we need to determine, because this thing pinged out. Anybody looking for it's coming here. We don't want to be here anymore with it. We need to move it. Don't let it ping. And then call whoever wants to pay us. Probably the people I don't want to be in bad with the mob.
Hold on. Are you suggesting that we steal the thing that was stolen from the Yakuza that was stolen by the Mafia?
Stealing is a bad term. I'm thinking we're going to strategically relocate and then do an
you want to
exchange
be
on our
the
terms.
lost Los Bros brothers reincarnated.
I mean, and I put my hand on the like hip quick draw holster of Fred's Ruger and be like, it does fit pretty good. But we can't stay here because the mob and the Yakuza and godly knows who else are gonna be coming here.
Well,
I don't think moving it is a terrible idea. Just, we don't want to not be here when the Mafia shows up. So,
well, we have his number. We can call him
first. Yeah, that's all. That's all I'm saying.
That's
if
a
you're
great
gonna
idea.
move it, let them know.
I'm gonna run up and help Gerald with.
Otherwise,
figuring
I mean,
it.
let's just secure the building. I don't feel.
Hold on. There's someone I want to call.
Go for it.
I call Flurp.
You want to use your call a friend?
He calls Flurp.
Flurp jumped and so you call him. He's like, Flurp here.
Hey, so other than you guys, who else wants this crate?
Pardon me?
That's a
That's an
simple question.
interesting question. It is
Yeah,
an
other than you, who else wants the crate? We just want to know who else is going to show up. Since the ping went out, you guys picked up the ping. Anyone else who wants a crate is also going to have picked up the ping. So we just want to know, are there going to be other people coming?
Well, if other people do come, I would certainly hope that you would consider the fact that you're being paid by us to retrieve
Yeah, we're being paid by
property
you to
for
get the
us.
crate. We got the crate, but if someone else comes and we're not paid to fight them, right? We did the job you paid us for, so.
Well, your job is not complete until we have possession of our stolen property.
Cool. So if that takes us like another 2 or 3 years, that's okay with you. I'm just putting it out there that, it seems like we have reason to suspect that maybe other people want to come. Like, I don't know, Yakuza, but I'm just saying, like, it might be that you're not the only one coming. And I don't know. What if somebody pays us more? I'm not saying anyone's offered. I'm just saying you don't want to be in that position, right?
None of us should be allowed to make phone calls alone.
He said, let me simplify this for you. If I get there and it's not there, I'm not paying you. If I get there and you're not there, there's no one to pay. Is that clear enough?
Yeah, that's pretty clear. So if you get here and we're not here and the crate's not here, no big deal. You don't pay anyone. All right.
Well,
You don't get your goods.
you
neither.
do realize I hired you to find it, and you're chumpish compared to the average person I could have hired.
Yeah, except we found it.
Yeah. So what if I hired someone more qualified? Do you want to be
Up to
the
you.
one there hunting?
I mean, that's up to you. We've got it, so if you want it, you can just come get it from us. We just wanted to know if other people were going to show up, and you're like talking around it like it's a big deal.
I don't know if anyone else is going to show up, but if they do, it's up to you whether you want to be the one who gets paid or they're the one that gets paid. I'll pay the person who's holding the crate when I get the crate. How's that?
All right, well, thanks for the call.
Yeah, you just poke that mafia bear. He's cuddly and tame, I'm sure.
You did originally offer to, like, deliver it, and they said no.
Yep.
So, Bela,
Which suggests to me that they don't want us to move it.
Bliss, does Bliss want to open this particular video message at the moment?
Oh, hell yeah.
So you open it, and it's kind of like
Whoa.
noises.
Ah, easy.
It's very effective.
Yes, and then it stops, and it's like, it's going. Oh, it is. It is I. Are you close? Bliss? BLI55? Bliss! It is up. Oh, it's a message. Call me. How do you turn this off? You! And then it hangs up.
She squeals in delight.
Incoming. What? No? Oh, okay.
No, it's His Excellency. Never mind. I'm gonna call him back.
Me, the player, knows. Me, the character's like, who the fuck is he talking about?
Well, Kat's met him as well,
Yeah, Cat knows.
but hasn't heard the message, so.
Right.
I will attempt to call him back, knowing he's probably, hopefully not thrown it. Destroyed the pan I gave him.
It is what he does.
So you
He's
call.
liable to go off the deep end on you.
It rings a couple of times, a couple of more times. Eventually, it's just an audio this time. You hear and you hear like the rumble of a motorcycle engine in the background, like quite loud. And he's like, "Who is this?"
It's Bliss.
So what did I do? How did you get it? Anyway, listen.
You sent it to me.
You remember that thing that you did to my phone, pan, device, whatever these stupid things are called? That's
Pan,
supposed to make a chirpy vibration-y thing when you're close by. That happened.
Yeah.
Why are you close to me? Where am I? Where are you?
Where are you?
Well, I'm here.
Where's here?
I'm in. Where's this place? There's water over there. There's like some docks over there. Listen. Can we just talk in person? I don't like holding this phone thingamajig up to my head. If you remember, it was like the actual like old school subway style like phone ringer that he hooked into his pants. Well, I'm trying to drive my motorcycle, so I had to actually pull over. This is slowing me down. Tell me where you are.
Come to the helicopter.
That thing with the 2 blades on it?
Yes.
Okay, I see it. I'll be there in like a few minutes.
Okay, you don't know everybody I'm with. I'm here with Kat too, but don't freak out by the other people, okay? I'm gonna let them know you're coming. They're a little twitchy.
Okay.
And you're a little twitchy.
We'll tell these people to wait here. Hopefully they'll listen to me.
What people?
Well, there's people that I'm working with temporarily. I'll tell them to wait here. If they don't, I'll throw bricks at them. I'll be there in a minute.
Oh, shit.
He's being normal.
I'm going to look at Gerald.
You idiot! Sit down. Have a coffee break. I'll be right back. Okay, talk to you in a minute. He hangs up.
Listen, an old buddy of mine is coming by. He's a good guy. I fully trust him. He's very twitchy. Do not. And I look at specifically my trigger happy folks.
Are we all in on this? I thought you were talking specifically to somebody.
No, I'm talking to all, like, other than Kat.
You wouldn't
I'm
have been
talking
on
to
the phone
the 3
call.
of you.
You wouldn't have been on her phone call, but
I
you'd be
know
on.
how trigger happy he is.
Well, yeah, you know, you're trigger happy now. And I will then let them know. I'll describe His Excellency to them, and I will say he's coming alone, and to not respond. Again, looking at Mac and radio.
Well, I'll be a Sasquatch's uncle.
They were already on their way
Been a
here.
Sasquatch in years.
It looks like somebody's close by. He's working with them.
So they're hired to. Okay.
So
That's
skipping
something.
ahead like a minute. If you look down south, which is like the pier as it connects back to land, you'll see like a figure on kind of a chopper lowrider motorcycle, and you kind of hear it coming around from the pier adjacent, coming back up towards you, and you're looking, and it's like, hey, here he is, he's right here, and then you're like, wait, he's not. Wow, he's getting bigger. How is he not here yet? He is huge. And then he gets up and he makes you feel like Lego figures when he parks his extremely oversized motorcycle and steps off of it, and is a good 3 meters tall. You're gonna guess about 700 pounds. Hair coming out of every part of him that is the shortest hair on him is probably 6 inches long, and strong cheekbones, very tall forehead, kind of like cinnamon gray and blonde hair top to bottom, and you're like, he's not wearing clothes.
Oh.
That's kind of...
Hey.
Do I not look? But you don't see anything you shouldn't see. And he shuts off the bike, and he's like, well, here I am. I have arrived.
Bliss goes running and just does like a dive up into his arms. Just
he catches her and gives her a big hug and like
Superman.
Holds on to her for a bit and then sets her down and kind of squats down to her level, and he's like, well,
over and give him a hug around the hips. That's how tall he is.
And he's like, yes, it is good to see you once more. Let's avoid awkwardness. You should introduce me to your crew, because if you trust them, it is likely that what I have to say and what you have to respond to should be something we should all hear. Besides,
all right,
I like seeing people eye to eye.
Yeah, you know.
Gerald,
Do I need to get a step ladder then?
Cat.
Gerald climbs down out of the helicopter with his cane in hand.
If radio gets pinged, she'll come around. Probably say something like,
Sasquatch.
you guys have eyes on that door, right? I don't have to be out there. And,
No, you're good.
We're here.
yeah, so
So-
she'll come around.
Here's
Take this
Cat.
cane, pokes the
This
Sasquatch
here's-
in the knee.
This is
He just
Gerald.
kind of, like,
don't
Raises an
mind
eyebrow
him.
at you. He's like,
Don't mind Gerald. It's
Gerald's
all
an
good.
old fuddy-duddy.
You're a big one.
you are an interesting character, man.
Yeah, he's old.
Find you amusing. Think
This
in
is
one
Mac.
of many other lives, we'd be good friends.
Hi.
I admire people that don't fear me.
Bela, remind me of his name.
His
He doesn't actually have
Excellency.
a name. Yeah,
His
so you
Excellency.
refer to him as his ex. Yes, so you could introduce him, Bella. How would you introduce him?
Everybody, this is His Excellency, the Sasquatch.
Greetings.
He's a buddy of mine. We've done some
Oh.
jobs, many jobs together, and
Yeah, we did.
this big guy has had my back. I trust him with my life, literally. This is my
Alright.
crew.
Well, that's good enough
nice
for
to
me.
meet you. Who you working for?
As
Not
much
a beat around,
friends.
you know.
I greet you.
Why is he
openly.
here?
You are friends of Bliss's. I greet you well. I will say that if I am here, though me being the one who is here is assuredly a good sign, the fact that someone is here is not. Indulge me for a moment. Bliss, did you find a crate of cyberware?
Here we go.
I
Of
did.
course, you know I
I
did.
did. I have no desire to be contrary with you. If I can lay eyes on it, I will walk away. Because doing as much will get me paid. Have you opened the crate? Have the signals? Well, I can tell you the signals have gone out because we heard the signals. That's how we are here.
Yeah.
So
Well, then
I'll
I guess,
just
you know,
point.
we
simply
don't-
point me to it.
So
I'll just
you're
point to
working
the
for
empty
Yakuza,
space
huh?
where the crate is, but is only visible on astral. I'm like,
Well, he's dual natured, so he's
I
like,
know.
ah, yes, I see. An interesting aura. Well, I trust you that is the crate.
I'd rather we don't open it again.
Yeah, we don't need the alarms going off again.
Bliss. Did anyone look at the contents? Did anyone look at the cyberware?
No.
Then I shall tell you. It is all cyberware manufactured by Horizon. Horizon hired me to retrieve it. It went missing. It went missing in
12
Central
days ago.
America.
Central America.
It disappeared from Central America about 12 days ago. We've been attempting to track it ever since. We found it shipping through Central America. Then we lost it for a little while. Then we had someone catch a ping on it out at sea. And then it was sitting in a port. We had a plan. We had a plan to steal it from a port here in Seattle. We attempted to implement our plan about 2 days ago, and fantastically when we broke into this particular port to try to retrieve this, and wasn't there, nowhere to be found. So we left, waited, sat around, and we've been kind of in the area, surveilling a wide area for the last couple of days. About 10 minutes ago, we got a ping. So off we came. You were the last person I was expecting to see.
Well, thanks for not bringing the cavalry.
I will tell you, though, that we have some suspicions about what's gone on from between the point that this shipment of cyberware was loaded on a crate at the Horizon dock to be sent to its distributors, to having it disappear en route from that dock to a distribution center, or from the manufacturing facility to the distribution center. That's where it disappeared. So we have theories about who may have stole it. We also
let's just say we did not steal it from your employers.
Well, that I am sure of.
We've been hired, likely from not the first, possibly not even the second, but somebody who's stolen it from somebody who stole it. I just don't know how many people have stolen it before. But I've tracked it back at least 2 now.
Like I said, we're deep in it.
Well, yeah,
Listen,
this is an interesting
Listen, buddy. Let me ask you an important question. Your people that hired you, will they kill you or not pay you if you don't deliver it?
Oh no! Honestly, this is an insurance write-off for them. I got a job through their insurance adjuster. Essentially,
let me tell you.
Essentially, my job is to determine whether they should write it off or whether I can retrieve it. If I can retrieve it, I get a bonus. I'm paid already.
I'll tell you what, buddy.
So,
I'll tell you what. If we don't deliver, that can happen to us, potentially. I need to get paid, my friend. So I'll tell you what here. They're on their way. They'll be here within the hour. Y'all,
and Lord only knows how
down.
many they will be here.
Duck down. Stay out of sight. Let us do our transaction. Get paid. When you see us, out of here. Do with it what you will.
well,
You still have a squad behind you, Your Excellency?
well, I currently have asked them to let me know if anybody comes.
Okay, so the main squad is with you. Good.
Yeah,
They're keeping
I
an
got
eye
a
out
few
for
guys.
you. Good.
They're company idiots. They serve a purpose. Yeah, I'll be honest. Part of the reason I got the job is because I told him I could call you if I needed to. He says that to Bliss. He's like, I told him I had a hacker friend. He's still got to teach me what hacking is one of these days.
Well,
Getting
it's kind
much
of hard
better.
considering she
I
gets
could
involved.
just imagine how that would go.
Could you imagine?
Listen,
Steve.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, sorry.
I'll tell you what. I've seen the crate. I can say I've laid eyes on it. I can also say this is kind of gonna get hot here real quick. So.
Alright, just nodded off there for a second.
I ain't getting paid enough to take any bullets, so I'm gonna go sit over there and look around over there, because that's kind of over there is in the area that we got the ping. It actually centralized over there, but that's just because it was so quick. I think Buddy What's His Nuts over there didn't really have time to narrow it down. I don't know. Like, can't you get... GPS.
Have you seen anyone else?
Not yet, but I mean, I'm pretty cool at doing things, so I got here real
'Cause
fast.
if you got it, and they got it, then at least one other party's gonna get it. So
So just tell me who hired you. Just because I'm curious.
the Italian mafia,
Which one?
the pianos. Yeah, pretty bad, eh?
It's the big family.
Yeah, I don't really know the name, but sounds Italian. It's got an O at the end. You humans and your weird names. Listen. Okay, I'm gonna go over there.
Do all look alike.
I'll keep
I'm
an eye
telling
out.
you, if you went with Bob, it would really work, man.
Yeah, we told you that before.
I am.
Bob,
Yeah,
it's
I-
so simple.
I kind of
And-
see that. I'm gonna call him Bob. That's easier for me.
And you can't mess it up because it's spelled the same way either
And
way.
plus, then we
you
can
know,
call
we're
you
going
Big Hairy
backwards.
Bob.
You remember Bud Gunderson? You remember that buddy of mine, Bud Gunderson?
Yeah.
He said I should call myself Sam. Sam McSquatch. Some other kid used to dance. Remember that chick there? She always called me Mr. Henderson. I don't get that reference.
Oh, it's a 20th century reference.
Somebody was just being funny.
What century is it on this planet?
I don't get that
that-
reference either. So
You don't Harry and the Hendersons?
Yeah, I watched that when I was a kid.
Yeah, man. Nobody
No.
really? Okay. That's okay.
Okay, well, listen.
yeah, I don't get much.
Look, I'll hang around. I'll hang around if you want, but I mean, I don't know that it's necessarily a good idea if I'm here when.
Yeah, I'm just really worried that we might have other company as well, and I
If
don't want to
nothing
get in
else,
the
you'll be
middle of
able to
a.
get an. Yeah, if nothing else, you'll be able to get an eyeball on who else is involved with this.
Your
Tell you what.
employers may want to know who's behind it all.
Tell
I
you
can
what.
tell you, our employer wasn't the first one.
I'll hang around, but I'll let you do the talking.
It sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
What are you guys planning on doing with this thing here anyway? I mean, that thing glows like you would not believe. I saw
gonna-
that.
That's why the doors are shut.
Direction.
I think we're just going to turn it over to who hired us so we can get paid and get the
Get
hell out
outta
of this
here.
quagmire.
He's like, oh, that thing belongs to that guy. He points at one of the mages over there in the van.
I'm
He's
gonna
like,
go
"That wasn't him."
strip that guy frickin' naked trying to take all his stuff.
No, essentially what he's saying is that
Yeah.
he's connecting the astral signatures.
I know,
Yeah.
but just in case he has like reagents or anything, like I'm so
Mhm.
poor.
Well, the mage isn't dead.
Yeah, I
It
know.
was, right, okay.
Oh,
Gerald
and while I'm
is-
there, I'm
is-
gonna use my new stun baton to make sure somebody's good and out if they start to wake up.
So,
Um,
okay, GM now. Yeah, talk amongst yourself. What do you want to do at this point?
Oh,
I think
Steve.
we need to scan to see if there's anything, any other signals,
I have an
in
idea.
the area. You
Well,
have an idea?
I can't remember if it was you doing this or us rolling for you last time, but you picked up when the crate. No, you weren't here. The crate opened. All of the lots and lots of signals from the cyber pinged. Then radio shut the crate and it all stopped. So when he opened it, or Darcy. So when radio opened it, you could see on the inside it was lined with the Faraday cage. It was some lead on the inside of it as well. They kind of went overkill. You can kind of look like they were like, let's use all the technology we've ever heard of. And it was kind of sloppily done, but super effective.
It worked.
Yeah, it worked. So as soon as they closed the door, and clamped it down again, all the signals died. So it was maybe 30 seconds to a minute that anything was detectable. So the range isn't going to be super, super far. So yeah, that would be something worth thinking about, is how far do these things actually broadcast? Which would
and isn't a minute long enough for them to actually zero in on its exact location?
A bunch of other people. So far, we know that the Piano family has. We know that they're on their way, and we know that His Excellency and his team have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I'm going to go on a really big limb and say Yakuza's not far behind, if they're not already here somewhere.
So let's
Probably even the Shinto.
we're going to take a break in a second. But before we do, I'll give the players time to use this break to think. Let's recap all of the things we have learned so far in the past 8.5 minutes or so. You talked to a contact that told you that that a mafia group is having some discontent at the top. You learned that Crandall Manicotti is one capo in the Piano family, which would be about third from the top. You'd have like Don, Consigliere, and a number of capos. You have learned that there is a more or less getting along truce factor between mafia families of various types, various families, between the mafia, the Yakuza, triads, and whatever other sort of crime syndicates are in Seattle. There's no out-and-out war currently. You also know that this crate of cyberware, this can of cyberware, was stolen. Now you can put two and two together. I'll say you can all figure this out. It was stolen from Horizon. It's Horizon cyberware. You're assuming it was stolen by the Shinto family. You're assuming it was stolen from them by the Piano family, and you were assuming that the Los Bros brothers stole it from the Piano family at the behest of someone who is probably Japanese in nature. So you...
But not Yakuza. Or they're Yakuza, but not traditional Yakuza.
I'll just say that if any of you put two and two together, you kind of get the impression, I'll give you this, okay? As the GM, I'll give you this. You kind of get the idea that the Los Bros brothers were supposed to think they were Yakuza.
Yeah, I think it's actually internal within the mob.
I think some of you said that, so I'm just going to pull that.
Yeah, I think we.
Yeah, I think we all kind of figured that out.
It's one mob family within, one faction within the general organization playing against the others.
What stands out to me is that, what stands out to me is that the brothers just are holding it here, right? Like, it's been here for a little while, right?
At least 2 days.
So this might just exist purely so that there will be conflict, right? Not to actually steal it for any purpose.
To actually create an actual war between the different mafias. So who would benefit from a war between the mafias?
Do we care?
I just want to get.
I personally don't care.
I got a really wild idea, and I could really piss a lot of people off with this. Wire this friggin' thing up so it blows sky high. Nobody gets shit out of it.
I can have Lone Star pick it up.
For sure.
If anybody
dying soon anyway.
Let them sort it out.
And with that,
I don't care who gets it.
We're gonna take a break.
All
Conversation to be continued in about 10 minutes.
Alrighty. Hey,
I'll finish
Internet,
that
if
thought.
you're liking what you see, don't forget to hit the thing with the thing. And we'll be
Thing
back
with
in
the
10
thing.
minutes. The thing with the thing.
There's a little heart button down there.
Ooh, right in the heart.
Back from break.
I like that was
Okay.
actually on there. All right, let's kick it in the...
All right. You guys want to give the stuff back to the piano family?
All
I'm going
right.
to make a suggestion. I'm going to turn around the van and face it inward so that I can have the machine gun out towards the doors. We'll close the doors, and if we get any kind of resistance, I can open fire if necessary.
Maybe after we've loaded the thing. So we had a little chat. We made a little plan.
See things.
You want to get rid of it.
No, that's not the plan. The plan is to move it to a different location, tell the mafia we're going to give it to them, but this place is not safe, so we're not doing it here.
Right. Location compromised. We can even give them names if they need names.
Yeah,
'Cause we know names.
Shinto, all that.
Okay,
And-
who's going to drive my van?
If you'll let
assume
me,
you're
I
driving
will.
your phone.
I'm really sorry.
You won't be under pressure,
So,
but I can drive.
who wants to call Flip, Blurp, Blurb while we load this thing on the back of some of those flatbeds?
Just as a point, we may not actually want to be in the rigs if we're using them as decoys.
If we're
I don't
doing
think
that.
they're all decoys. We doing a decoy?
Let's get the real thing on one and then just figure it out from there.
All right.
All right, so how long will it take us to move a flatbed over here and load it on up?
It's going from personal human Steve experience. It's going to take you like
10 minutes.
5 minutes to get into the other building, assuming Bliss can open it for you, which let's just say she can, because she can. And then you're gonna have to get that hooked up. That's gonna take you a few minutes to get situated under the Invisi-crate, which you can't see, so it's going to be difficult to line up and actually connect it to that trailer. You're talking all told 15-20 minutes.
We better get that
All right, so
going.
that'll leave us.
Yep,
So
we
that'll
better
be.
get moving.
You're the spotter, Mac.
All right, I'm gonna sick my my spirit of man just on like, let me know. Oh no, I already did have it letting me know if anything shows. So I'll just kind of help people back and keep my eyes open and stuff, and like guide them in because they can't see this thing. Oh, me and Sasquatch Boy can like guide them in to be able to pick this thing up.
Are you doing a commercial vehicle pre-trip inspection on either of those trucks?
Oh no.
No.
Phil knows what that's about. Are you going to do an air brake check? No, it's all good.
Sure. Yeah, we'll do an air brake check.
Do an air brake check.
Well, we got a smart SDM.
We'll do the 2-minute version.
The 2-minute version. Okay.
All I gotta
I
do
hear
is
the
jump in
air
and
brakes
know
that
what's what.
because
And I go running out.
I
Oh, we got
know
incoming.
that there's a decent chance that if you're offering that, there might be a reason you're off asking me if I want to do that. There might not be, but
Somebody
there
cut
might.
the air brakes. I don't think they would have cut their own air brakes.
Well, you do. You hook up the trailer, you check it, it's working. Trailer brakes work. Primary, secondary tanks work. So you can. Let's just say that I don't know, Todd, if you got trailers somewhere, but
That's already on there.
Who's making this call?
The
Oh, sorry.
flatbed trailers.
I don't
Or
have that,
something.
but I'll just do this.
Yeah. There you go.
Do
Probably
we
don't want
trust
your uncouth,
Gerald to
cranky
do it?
old man. You probably
No.
don't want to trust Gerald to do it, but he will do it if no one steps up shortly.
I can do it.
You've learned from his
This
personality.
seems like a good choice. I keep
do
assuming
it.
different people's stats, and I keep being wrong. So
Well, I don't know what stat I'll need for this, but I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah, it probably doesn't require a roll, but you know, it's always
Charisma and
good to
etiquette.
have some charisma if it does.
Yeah, you essentially have 2 big rigs, but you don't really need them both.
Yeah.
Hey, since we're loading one up, could we load a second of these containers on? The other one?
Oh, does anybody want to open any of those other 3 containers to see
Did we
what
not
they
do that at the
We
end?
did.
Of
We did that at the end of last session, yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't actually talk
We
about
didn't do it, no, but it was presumably happened between when we were ransacking the place, and you told us there was nothing.
Just a quick question. Are there arrow tags on them with inventory? I'll just check that before opening anything.
No, they're totally empty.
Okay.
All of them.
Yeah, I mean, you know, so we
we-
ransacked the place. You told us there was nothing.
We already did open them other trailers. We know.
Yeah. No, they're decoy because they're obviously these guys use them as decoy trailers, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so you get that hooked up. You're pulling it out. Now here's the thing. Does anybody want to do any matrix investigation, calling of contacts to further kind of dig into all the new information you're gathering at such high speed?
Nah.
Nah.
Not yet. I think we need to get our butts out of here.
Okay.
I'm just gonna call Flurp.
Okay.
How far away was the Sasquatch located? His crew.
A
Hold up.
minute and a half.
Before you call Flurp,
Yeah, he was close.
where are we going to
It's
tell
not
him we're
far
going?
enough then. Okay.
You gotta give them new coordinates.
I mean, where can we go
Sure.
that no one in their
Central
right
Park.
mind would go looking in that spot for this thing?
Central Park.
Well,
I mean,
that's
it's
in New
invisible.
York.
That's a little far away.
Mac, did you
I
want to invis the like
The truck?
tractor too, or the truck? Yeah.
I think it'd
You
be
thought about
harder.
it.
People will like bump into it if the truck itself is invisible. I think just the
That's
empty
true.
flatbed might. I don't know. Maybe.
It wouldn't draw attention. I mean, that happens. People do that.
All right.
The only
Um,
problem
I can
is
do
you'll
that.
have squat tires.
So
Squat tires with nothing on it.
Who's
I
paying
gotta-
attention?
I gotta just before I call.
That's
I
probably
just
just
wanna
as
check
noticeable.
in.
From a perception check standpoint, the flat tires would probably be just as noticeable as seeing through the invisibility.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So, what am I gonna tell Flurp in terms of? Am I gonna be upfront that this was stolen from Harmony
I think let's just keep it short and sweet.
or
There's other
Horizon?
names involved. We are locating it in safety.
Say we gotta move it, and if they push back, then you can start giving them information.
And if they push back any more, we know it's a double cross.
Right.
And we need to be able
Well-
to get the hell out, everybody. So pick a ride.
Patch us
Alright.
into the audio. I won't say anything. Just get us in
Yeah,
our
that's a
ears.
good idea.
I'll keep it in your ears, and I will dial up.
In my what? Sorry, terrible joke.
Okay,
In
so
ours.
Flurp answers. He's like, "Oh, Miss Bliss again. Has something changed?"
Yeah, we have a situation. So you're not the only one who wants this, obviously. We don't really care how you got it. Doesn't matter to us. We're doing a job, whatever. But I can tell you on good authority that at least one other party is currently here holding pattern. And we need to get this out of here, and we'll meet you at a different coordinate to hand it over to you.
So you're saying the area is becoming hot.
Very. So we're going to give you some new coordinates. You meet us there. We'll make the trade. You go your way. We'll go our way. Everybody's happy.
I'll tell you what. Let's do it differently. I'll give you the coordinates, and we'll meet you there. A little bit safer for everyone.
No.
Because
Why can't you take our coordinates?
I mean, I could, but if you go where we want you to go, you'll have backup that will be on your side. And if that's not something you're concerned about, I can bring the army to you.
Just take them and run them. If it's a place they can meet
Let's
faster, then that's
We'll do it.
We can
Tell us where. Send them to my man, and we'll be there.
He sends you the futuristic version of a Google Maps directions file.
I don't trust Google.
Side channel. I'm just like, we can always scout it before we pull in.
Yeah.
Say we do.
I take
I'll
rat.
be there ahead of
I take the little
helicopter.
rigger rat and I put it in the cab of the truck, of the big rig that we've now rigged up with.
Not
Why
with
don't we
me,
just
you
take
ain't.
it on the copter, like we're originally gonna do, and just fly it there?
Yeah, the crate.
Invisibly.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're taking the actual
let's
crate
go.
on the chopper, and we're putting a second crate on the truck.
A decoy crate? Is that what you guys
Yeah, let's do it.
one? Okay.
I'm
We
all
need
for
Whoever
this.
shows up behind us.
We needed the mage to mask another crate.
I can
Okay.
do that.
So yeah, you can just copy and paste that crate because there you go, and stick that on the other truck. So yeah, Phil, if you want to take off in the helicopter, just give me a couple of basic piloting rolls to hover, and someone can connect. Which crate are you making the Invisi-crate?
So the green
Okay.
one with all the lines around it is the original Invisi-crate, and it's going to be suspending underneath the chopper.
Yeah, just put it under there sideways so we can see it. And
Yeah.
It's not really sideways, but put it under there sideways, yeah. We know it's there, yeah.
Man, that chopper model is freaking huge. It's so irritating.
It's fine. We're probably leaving this map like it's
It's
whatever. Let's not worry too much about this.
All right. And I will do improved invisibility on the decoy kind of purple crate.
And can you move
Put it on the
the
purple
other
truck.
big rig, where Gerald's going to move it to something like here?
Thing again?
Where, sorry?
Put the purple trailer
Click
on the
again,
purple
Phil,
truck.
so I can see. Oh, here? Yeah. I'll
Like
do that
sideways, there's like a blocker.
one. I'll spin it, Todd. You worry about the chopper.
Oh, I see. Yeah, just
Get to the
plug it up
chopper.
So I'll basically set it up so that we can get by, and then I'll just roll it forward so that I basically want to put it in a position where we can barely get by, and then I'll roll it forward such that people can't get by anymore.
Yeah.
Once we do get by.
Kat, are you riding in your van or in the chopper?
Yeah, we should talk about vehicles.
Me?
All of us, but yeah, you first.
I thought I was driving the truck.
Darcy is, so you want to move over
You're
here?
driving your truck.
Yeah.
It's a remote rig truck. So our
Oh, I'm
Guy there.
driving my van then.
I'll get out of the driver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
want nobody in the decoy. It's just gonna run off in a random direction. And
Except the rat. And my
Does she,
spirit.
Get that
It's
damn
it's
rat
like a
out of my
street
truck.
kid. That's
Not
like
that
that kid
drunk.
from Indiana Jones. And he's just like, yeah.
Is the
Oh,
the
put the
truck's
rat,
pilot
put the rat
settings?
in the
I assume
trailer that we're leaving here.
What's that, Phil?
You get it.
Yeah, so the big rigs, they have autopilot systems, piloting ratings.
Yeah, they do. They're pretty rudimentary, but they have them. Like you
just
could,
hook them up to grid guide.
Like pilot
send them
one
on
or
their way.
pilot two.
yeah, pretty much. Sorry, what did you say, Donnie?
I just said hooking them up to. Oh, sorry, not me.
Yeah.
Put the
sorry,
rat. Put the rat on top of the one of the trailers that we're leaving here, and we
Okay.
can actually spy through its eyes.
Yeah.
That rat's juiced. He's
Oh,
He was,
I would-
yeah.
got
This
I
one is
believe
done,
Gerald's
and it's
last
just like
comment
dripping and
was-
falls off its tail.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, Gerald's last kind of feedback to it was crush it.
Okay.
Damn, I thought we had some
Oh,
eyes on this thing.
Are we keeping the Los
still
brothers? Are they our gang
Yeah,
now?
and we need to know where they are. Where are they going to be?
yeah.
They're in
So
the van.
We should put them
Don't-
in the
All
back
right.
of the extra container.
Yes.
Not in the back of Cat's van.
you because here's the thing. I will let you have thought of that at the start of this.
Yeah.
Because right now they're all awake. So they're either all awake in the van or they're all awake in the crate. That's up to
Yeah.
you.
Let's
I
leave
think-
them in the crate.
In the
In the
crate.
crate that's staying here, yes.
I'm gonna get back into the chopper, do my thing, go into my zone, because I'm safe in the chopper with Gerald. And I'm going to.
I'll ride with
We don't
Cat.
need a cat. We have me, and I'm gonna keep an eye on all of the cameras to see what is going on when we leave.
Who shows up?
Yeah, Todd, I'm just looking for the next map. Do we essentially have a place that is we're essentially looking for a gravel yard
How
surrounded
about a
by
really
fence.
big construction site?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That'll work. So I will.
I'll just
skip
drag it to be the
ahead.
last map. One thing.
Last map. Okay, and we
It's not
can
there yet.
move. I don't see it yet. Let me just refresh that. There it is. Okay, let's move all the players over to there. Ching-ching. And we're gonna go to it now. Oh, why is there a dragon there?
There was a
Oh.
dragon here last time we used this map. That's all.
Better not be there still.
You know,
Oh my god.
just Shadowrun things.
Yeah, it's just a random dragon flying by. No big deal.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh, that is actually hilarious. So, Phil, you get the chopper up in the air. Who's riding in what vehicles?
I'm in my van,
Chopper.
apparently.
I think I'm in the van. I just think that like staying on the ground is where I'm best useful. So
I'll be in the van. Actually, yeah, I'll be in the van with Cat. Could go either way.
I'm just trying to see how.
Well, yeah, considering there's 5 of us and the van is the only other means of transportation here.
yeah,
I'm
there's van
curious,
chopper.
Phil, as to how much weight this stupid helicopter of yours can actually carry.
Oh, that
Good question.
container ain't shit compared to what that chopper can haul.
Yeah, but it's going to affect its handling. That's more what I'm concerned about. It will absolutely affect its handling. I just don't know how much. I'm going to say it cuts the handling by 75% because this is a pretty heavy crate. So you can fly it, but you ain't doing nothing special in the air.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable.
That's the easy way to hand wave the calculations because Shadowrun will bog us down otherwise.
I was gonna say, what's the body rating on the crate?
The body rating on that crate's going to be about 16.
Versus 22 on the helicopter, so yeah, 3/4 ish,
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
2/3 ish.
Yeah, 72%.
Yeah.
Whatever. Which rounds your handling down to 1 while you're carrying this crate, right? Of that vehicle. It'll slow your acceleration a little bit, obviously, and but your top speed will still be the same if you need to fly that far. Okay, so you get it in the air. You guys, the freaking dudes in the back of the truck, it just makes me laugh.
Oh, they're not coming here though, right? They're going in a different direction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not coming.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, I'm
So this one, let's just delete that because
Steve.
they're going somewhere else.
Steve.
Yeah.
While I'm checking the cameras and keeping an eye on the site that we left, am I able to contact His Excellency?
You can call him.
I'm gonna quick call him.
Okay.
Steve,
Greetings. It is once again I.
Yes.
put the van there.
Little
Hmm.
FYI, buddy.
Hmm.
We've left.
I did see that.
You can do what you gotta do. But there may, be a surprise. But, hey, you let your employers know that at least one party who's, stolen their product is tied up and available for their liking.
Hmm.
Tender
That you weren't
mercies.
able to retrieve. It's been great to see you. I can't wait to work again in the future with you.
Oh,
Thanks
we
for
shall-
your cover.
We shall see each other again. Worry not about my comrades. They're paid by the hour. We're out of here. If
All
you
right,
need
have
me,
a good one.
if you need me, you know how to get a hold of me.
Yeah, do me a favor, man. Don't throw the pan when you get mad, okay? Just set it down, take 3 deep breaths, and then pick it back up, okay?
He kind of chuckles. He's like, he knows you're pulling his leg, but he's like, your humor is never wasted on me, Bliss.
I love you, my man.
It's been and you as well. Hi, you as well.
See you,
And-
buddy.
That's that.
All the
She's
best,
done what
Kat.
she
Oh,
had to
you're
do.
on comms with him?
Yeah. So he's gone. He takes off. He motorcycles himself into the sunset. Okay. Where do you want to land your flying machine?
Machine.
Turn this thing.
I can't move it. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing.
Oh, Todd, wait. I need a truck. I need a flat. Where did
Okay.
one of these trucks go? I deleted it by and I was like, I need just the empty truck.
Mm-hmm.
Just bring back whatever that one was, and
Sure.
we can.
How do I turn this van?
If you can select it, there's a little turny dewey at the top of the selection box. If you're selecting it
Right
properly.
here, yoink, like that.
Yeah, you got it.
Turn around. Face the other direction.
That-
I backed into that spot.
Where's there?
yoink.
Like this.
There you go.
There we go.
Right. It's
Okay.
not inherently the top because it turns. I didn't think of that.
And now we're just goofing around in roll 20.
Hey,
So but I will say
We
by the
play
time you guys eventually get here, their semi truck is already there. So you'll see it when you come in, right? You can back your truck in there. They just kind of like
Oh,
wave you
if their semi truck is there, I'll just lower the helicopter down onto it.
Well,
Okay,
let's make
sounds
contact first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like
you'll talk and basically be like, yes, lower it to there. So whenever you can get that truck, doesn't matter. So you
Oh.
drop it there, Phil, and then I'll move. You can move the helicopter. Let's move the helicopter over here because it doesn't matter. And I'll put this like this.
that's on top of a building.
You can
giant truck.
you can sort that out, Todd.
Are
Oh,
we
well,
about to
So you can move
TPK?
your helicopter. So you guys get there, and Flirp jumped in, is watching as everything's hooked up. He goes to the back, and you guys can come over and try and chit chat to him or whoever else while he's doing this. But he opens the Invisi-crate and checks inside.
Without
have-
disarming it?
I have detect enemies up and running as a spell just to be like paranoid.
Oh, did you guys put? Yeah, no. He'll have someone with him. Like, did you guys put some kind of like booby trap on this?
No.
No.
I don't think so. No.
No,
No.
but it was already
Rig to beam,
rigged.
but you gotta
to
check it. You gotta check it.
Send out.
You gotta check it. Have at it. You already have the cargo.
And you've got backup,
People are gonna
so
show up, but
if somebody wants to.
it's already in your hands.
Yeah. So he he'll go and he'll open the Invisi-crate. Like, he'll actually have the guy that's with him open the Invisi-crate. Todd, if you sense him, you can tell he's a mage. He's obviously looking astrally, so he can see what's going on. So he opens it, and then Flip actually pulls out a key and unlocks one padlock, punches in a code to another, and opens up the inner container.
We could have done that.
Bliss, you will again detect all the signals, and a couple other guys rush and climb up inside, and they've got data pads and they're scanning things and looking through it. And he'll walk over to whoever's closest. I don't know whoever.
I think that's
closest.
Gerald and Bliss.
I mean, Gerald's in the chopper.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, they're both in the
He's
chapel. We're on
moved
the
again.
ground. So
Gerald
Sammy's
is
close.
close.
He'll just send out. He'll just message and kind of wave you in, and also send a message saying, "If you'd like to get paid, I am here."
Yeah. Radio will be one of them. I don't think that she's the only one who's going to approach, but she'll be there with.
I'll go as well.
Yeah.
So he'll hand out cred sticks with another. If you check them, they're very clearly another 5,000 new yen. And he said, "Now,
I'm staying in my van.
I hope that satisfies the." Did you lose a member?
Yeah, we did.
Where's the fifth one of you?
I'm in my van.
Well, if one of you would like to give him this cred stick, if he trusts you with that, I'll offer it to
I
you. if
kind of
you-
owe them anyway, so I'll take it and pass it over.
Okay.
By the way, just so you know, he's a she, but hey, who's
Oh, sorry, she. I'm trying to keep all of you straight. She. Yes. I apologize. Says
That's that's the problem that's been going on for years.
She's
Everyone's straight. You can't force people to be straight.
Hey,
she's not picky about it. She won't get too upset.
apologize to her for
I
me.
will.
Or rather, just don't mention it.
I won't.
You all have your payment at the minimum, and as Mr. Johnson made clear to you, the history of where this has been is of interest to us. Who has had it is of interest to us, and I do have additional funds available for any information. Now would be the time for that conversation, as I am somewhat
Also,
of a
we have a bunch of people who were responsible for it as well. They're locked in a cargo container where you originally picked up the ping.
interesting.
They're originally
Going over,
the ones
kind
that
of whisper
took it
something
from
to him.
the warehouse,
Assuming they're still there.
the docks.
They're not. They're on that truck that's going to some random place. But
Oh, right.
we'll
Yeah.
link him into the
Yeah.
trucks.
Yeah.
GPS.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so he
So
He
he'll
can have
call
control
him
of the
over,
truck.
He'll whisper something to him, nod, wave him off. I appreciate that. That earns a little bit of credit for sure.
How about
So,
a little story?
I'm-
This is story time, Bliss.
It's story time. So, your package
Hmm.
originated at Horizon. It was on its way out to distribution, and, well, it's told, I can't necessarily confirm, but it's told that the Shinto family
Intercepted.
took it. From there, well, you know exactly what happened from there. Because, well, you took it into your possession. However, from your possession, the Los Bros brothers, they're the ones who masterminded it from you. However, they were under the orders of yet another
Third party.
third party who we aren't sure of, but we can tell you they are in some way Japanese, or
Well, they tried
that
to be
area.
Japanese.
they tried.
A little
They
too
tried.
hard.
They tried to be Yakuza, but they weren't really Yakuza, so, So that is the sort of tale, and the Los Bros brothers now are currently in the back of a cargo container.
Stop talking for a minute. He's very serious for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Calls this one guy over, says something
Cat,
to him.
you have us on sniper scope, right? Just in case.
He disperses them all essentially and says, "Can we step a little closer to the helicopter, which is still making a little bit of noise? I'm assuming winding down."
It's idling. The blades are still going. It's not turned off. But it's idling.
Okay, so and he says, "Continue."
There isn't much more to continue. They're in the back of a, cargo, and they're on their way. We've sent you the coordinates, and we're here with you. So, yeah. What you do with it, that's your thing, but it was Horizons.
Well, none of that is news to me. None of the brand of cyberware is not news to me. But I appreciate you offering that information.
What I got.
I am curious.
Go ahead.
The Lost Bros brothers. The Lost Bros brothers. You're inclined to believe that this was not them acting alone, and
honestly, they
based
couldn't.
on that name,
they couldn't
knowing what
handle
I know,
they weren't smart enough to do it by themselves.
Yeah, they're not smart enough. Sorry, man.
Yeah, you're right about that. I believed that all along. My question for you is, what can you tell me about the people that hired them?
That's just it. We don't really know. They're going under the guise of the big family.
Here's what we know.
Quintos or whatever it is.
When the brothers picked it up, they were just holding it in this house. They weren't doing anything with it. They weren't taking it anywhere. They wanted that to be found. Well, not the brothers, but the people that hired them. They wanted us to tell you it was Yakuza.
I'll tell you what. I can potentially dig a little deeper and try to find that information out for you, but that's gonna come at a cost.
I'm gonna astrally ascend.
I would quickly and happily pay for.
I get one whole hit.
What are you trying to do, sorry, Todd?
I'm just astrally looking around, keeping an eye.
You just see the one mage who's still standing at the back of the Invisi-crate. He's essentially just keeping an eye on things as far as you can tell. Other than that, it seems like extremely dead here. Like there is nobody around.
I'm going to try and patch a message just to our crew.
Yeah.
We think it's internal, right? Like a different family.
I think it's
Catholic
likely.
guy. We can't
There's no
pin
proof.
it on them. But can we find that? We know where to start looking.
Well, I find it interesting that there was a so-called peace between these mafia, and now all of a sudden somebody's trying to get one of the families mad at another.
I mean, like we said, brothers weren't smart enough. That's because they had insider intel, right?
Right.
AKA the Book of Boba Fett. For anyone who's watched it.
Is that a film, TV reference? I don't.
It's
get
like
any TV.
film history at this point.
Yeah, that's history.
At this point, I'm gonna kind of look at him and be like, if you'll excuse me a moment, I've got to
I got a few minutes. They have
go.
my boys there are gonna do some inventory to make sure we have everything we need. That'll take a few minutes. Well, more than a few.
I probably won't need long.
I'll wait if you want to do a little bit of the thing that you're kind to do. I'd be happy to sit for a minute.
And for show, she'll pull out her pan and look like she's doing her kind.
Yeah.
She
thing.
doesn't know what to make of that.
Yeah. You don't know, but he's yeah.
Acting. Acting.
And
Acting.
she's really gonna go. And yeah, I will do a deep matrix search. We do know, like, we have some information, so I'm gonna start from the information we have.
Other guy's name, right? We keep saying Flirp, but there was the other guy. And when you mentioned that guy, your contact, Plague's guy.
Manicotti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think it's Manicotti set themselves
We haven't
up
said this
or
to
something.
the guy yet.
Yeah, totally.
But we
So the
could.
the GM in me is going to tell the players in you that your edge refreshes from time. And
Gotcha.
adding your edge dice before you roll makes all your
Exploding.
dice explode.
It's really good.
So
Especially those of you that have more than one edge point. Anyway, so yeah, so you want to do some matrixing.
I do want to do some matrixing. I think I want to go a little bit deeper.
Okay, so what? Yeah, you're gonna roll. You're gonna have a sprite help you because you can add any successes they get in their test to your dice pool. That would be one way to do it. And if you do that and you add your edge, even those dice can potentially explode. You also have knowledge skills, like for example, computers background, which you could enhance your dice pool with based on successes, and then later add your edge and have all of that.
I believe I get
Shadowrun dice pool of glory explode.
Yeah. So I think you tell me, do I want to use Nebula or Xenops? So either my courier or my crack. What do you think would be more effective in this situation?
I would say cracking in this situation. So roll.
That's what I thought. So Xenops.
Xenops. Have Xenops roll all the dice that Xenops has.
So that's a fuck of a lot. So they start with 14 for their computer.
So
Plus, I'm going to edge it. Do I only edge once?
Roll? Oh God, she's gonna layer the crap out of it. Okay, yeah, do that. Yep.
Do I only do one edge?
No, you can roll. So three times.
Proud.
You have 3 edge. So 3 times you can add 3 dice to any dice pool, and all of the dice in that pool potentially explode.
If you roll a 6.
If you do it this way.
Okay, so
and then you can still spend edge
14,
and reroll failures.
17.
I think.
I'm not sure about that.
Plus my computer's background, which
No,
is
so first this is how you should do it, okay? This is
first my computer's background.
Roll your computer's background, then roll your sprite, then take all the successes that generates, add those to Bliss's dice pool, and then Bliss, and then edge that, and then that massive dice pool will become your ultimate determination
so
of
somebody
success.
do math.
Yeah.
Please and thank you. Here we go.
Sure.
First roll is computer's background. 2.
2 hits. So now take 2 extra dice and add that to the sprite.
14.
Would start at 14. So now you're rolling 16.
16.
That's Shadowrun.
All right, here we go.
So many
That's
dice.
5.
That's 5. Okay.
So now you take 5 dice and you add it to your. What are you doing? You're doing hacking, so that's 12. So now that's 17. And then now I'm suggesting you add your edge dice and make that 20 dice, and make those explode.
Yep.
All right. Separate. Separate explode.
Separate, explode, and separate. Yeah.
All right. You ready? Come on, baby. Come on.
I missed this.
Ye denizens of the internet have just witnessed the value of edge.
Holy crap. Would you like to
Oh, wait.
read Elon Musk's email? Because that would do it.
So Bliss sits down,
You now know the truth of Ares.
steps aside, just sits on a pallet
Weather balloon.
of tile, and
That's fun.
closes her eyes, thinks to herself for about a second and a half. Because Matrix is fast.
Fast.
She didn't even romance it this time.
Oh,
Come
no.
back.
She
You're
married that
telling me
fucking thing.
edging is not romance?
Yeah, that is. She got all dressed up.
I got the wine, the candies, the full
yeah.
steak dinner.
Go
And I
Google
served
edging,
it.
but do it on do it on incognito mode. Anyway,
11 hits. Dear God. That
dear God. So here's what you find out.
have your babies.
Here's what you find out. You start just entering searches for Flip Jompton, Piano Family, Crandall Manicotti. You start there. You throw in Lost Bros Brothers. You throw in Shinto. You start just plugging in all the names you've heard. You even start going onto the the dark web, the deep web, and you find
Even GeoCities.
To that, we can't forget him.
What you come back with is some chitter chatter. You essentially find
Los Bros Leet 69 posted.
you find a file. You kind of sort through the crap, right? There's lots of rumors about wars, about the same stuff that you see all the time about all the families. Oh, this guy's got an angle on trying to move up. These guys are super loyal, so on and so forth. You start getting names. You get names like Barney Taglietti, Gary Pantalone, Tony Garofalo, Chet Dumpage, Pleno Flenser, Glenn Humplick. You get names like Phil Tindersley, Bart Chompley, Sanders Cramp, Barry Glaring, Partner Deep, Kyle Carrington sticks out to you for half a second. You're like, that guy fucking drinks way too much Monster. Flirp Jompton's in there, Crandall Manicotti. You see a guy named Alfonso Donkey. You see a guy named Squale Piano. Now, he's of interest to you.
How about Harry Pepperoni?
You see the family, you see rumors that they run some of their legitimate business is garbage, construction, a couple of ports. You see other stuff too that's linked to them, but it's like, oh, there's whispers more about this: human trafficking, prostitution, protection rackets. You go back historically, there was a war between the Piano family and the Chinese Triad, the Japanese Yakuza, the IRA, the Koshari, which are the native mafia. You see, because you're focused mostly on this, you see a bit of the structure of the Shinto family. There is Boss Tanaka, he's up there, but most of them, you're not getting names. They're not very well known. They're like, you get some, I'll give you names later. They're there to look through. I just haven't taken the time to type them all out.
That's okay. You've given us enough names.
But
I want
essentially,
two
you
more.
sort
We want more.
of- yeah.
We want more.
Okay. Blair Krantz, he's in there too. Partner Bleep, he's in there too.
Another partner. Wow. Popular name.
So essentially, you're looking at the dawn of this mafia family, the Squale Piano. His consigliere is Alfonso Donkey. He's got 4 capos that you're aware of: Barney Taglietti, Gary Pantalone, Tony Garofalo, and Crandall Manicotti. Each of those guys have several guys. They're literally called guys beneath
Wise
them.
guys.
Yeah, really. So under Crandall, there's Ferguson Drake, Flirp Jompton, and Kyle Carrington. and he's no longer welcome at any Starbucks in Seattle. So,
Keeps demanding to speak to the manager and asks why they don't sell Monster.
yeah, exactly. It's just fucking nonstop. So you dig all this up, and then you start getting into some of those like message boards, and there are names on there that you recognize, posters you recognize of runners you have worked with in the past. Okay, talking about, I hear one of the capos in the piano family is looking to move up, and not with permission, not through honorable means. You see that, you also see that there's been some chatter in the last couple of weeks that there have been some hits that have taken place where people have been killed in both the piano family and the Shinto family, and it has stirred some shit up, and there is a planned meet, planned parlay sometime soon. You're not sure when. Nobody really seems to know when, but there's a planned parlay between the boss, the boss of the Shinto and the Don of the piano family.
Wow, you totally
You also-
owned that guy's MySpace page.
I just wanted to ramble off.
Top of the file.
I
At
figured
the
Darcy
top of the
would-
file, you see it says Shadowrun Plan Notes by Steve.
Yeah.
You
So-
had to be him.
But the real question is,
Yep.
who's Steve?
Who's Steve?
Yeah, that's a weird name. Like, that's nothing like what I'm used to hearing.
So
Steve Sturverson.
am I allowed to try a little bit deeper to
Stroganoff.
see if I can? Because we get a running theory that it's Mr. Manicotti. Am I seeing the connection to him that
So-
he's the capo?
Which one wanted to do
Oh
the,
yeah, you know
the
he's
move
a
up?
couple. He's one of four. You know you got the four names. of the-
Right, but do I
and
know
he's one of
he's
them.
the one who wants to move up?
Well, yeah.
You
Or do I just know it's one of the four of those?
Yeah, you don't know
family?
which one of them. You don't know which one, but you know it's one of the four.
I hope somebody's taking notes.
I didn't take all those names, no.
We just
Steve,
need the
I
capos.
recorded them. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's on YouTube. You can go back.
yeah, exactly.
As we all do that.
I'm going to privately connect to my party, my group. Just give them the Reader's Digest version. Yes, that's another, 20th century reference. And basically say one of the capos in, what was the family's name again?
Yeah.
Piano?
We already knew, though, right? At least, I mean, it was our sus.
Well, no, but it's a specific family in the piano. Enrique or
Esquale Piano is the boss.
Esquale. Esquale's under Esquale, one of his four capos is trying to usurp and
We should
Take
just
over?
go straight to Esquale.
you don't want to tell Flurp?
What if it's Flurp?
No.
Flurp's not one of them.
It
Oh,
could be
Flurp's
one
a
of
Or
guy.
works for Manicotti.
Right.
Oh,
That's the whole thing.
right.
What? Nah.
I mean, we earned
Okay.
some trust
Don't
today.
have-
them. We need
Actually, I'm
get
going to
straight
say
the
out
top
loud to the guy.
and let him deal with his people.
We earned some trust today. And I trust that should anything else that's best possibly handled outside of the family, you might consider us.
Also, do we care? Like if somebody usurps and becomes the new,
No,
like,
but I want some money.
yeah.
the
So
info.
let's,
Sounds like we can't get a hard evidence on anyone though. So
let's just tell dude what we know and ask for more money, and let's get out of here and say, when you got more work for us, call us.
works for me.
Except let's maybe keep the giant download pay data on the down low for now.
I like
we
the
know we
idea
have
of going
four-
straight to a squally.
Yeah.
I
That's
say we
what
just
I
go
was
directly to
thinking.
him.
Easier
I
said
mean,
than
what
done.
are we going to tell him? One of his capos
one of his
wants to usurp
capos
him,
wants
and
to
he's
use
Little
usurp him.
boys is after his ass.
and
He
he's
probably
going to
is.
say, well, I know.
Yeah.
But if we can
They
get,
always are.
we've
Yeah.
got Flurp. Flurp will want to hire us again if shit goes down and he can't trust the family.
No, he's not going to do that. He knows his own loyalty.
True.
Family is loyalty. If he suspects one of them not being loyal, that's where he's going to draw the line and start cutting throats.
Wes,
At his own boss.
do you have
No, that's what I'm saying. We'll go straight to the top, like you suggested. Let him know.
hired by the top?
He will work. He will work down into the chain of command.
Wes,
Yeah.
do you have any ties to a specific capo that might have imitated the Yakuza? Because that's our lead.
That's a good
Who
call.
has the position to do that?
And Flurp has these guys, so he'll be able to pull stuff from them.
And if not, we give him what we know. We just
Get paid.
cut our losses. Yeah.
Would I have access to that, Steve?
So what specifically are you trying to determine?
Is there any capos who have permissions to basically
Or inclination to imitate Yakuza
Yakuza?
Well,
Ability.
that we know. That we know.
essentially you would be able to, just from kind of know anybody who has street gangs, any kind of street information, you would
street gang.
know that
Languages?
not languages, but territories do tend to butt up against each other, right? And part of the way that those families keep the peace and operate is that capos in various families have a framework under which they can call a parlay at various different levels and talk to each other to work shit out. You killed one of our guys, either you repay us with whatever we demand that is reasonable, or we go to war, right? And often the truce is capped by like, oh yeah, some low-level idiot killed some low-level idiot, so we'll give you the low-level idiot so you can kill the low-level idiot and we'll call it even, right? The higher up the chain the person who dies is, the greater the tax upon the other family. But generally, you would also know that at certain levels, guys are made. When you're made, all the families hear that you're made. You can't be touched by anybody in any family. That is, you're off limits at a certain level. Capos and up, that would be them. And whatever you would call that in the Yakuza and the Triads and so on and so forth. So, in digging through your data, nobody at that level has been killed recently.
Not yet.
However, they have been present when low-level idiots have been killed.
Right.
Which is why I say we go straight to a squally.
I'm not getting involved in a mob war. I
Oh,
came
yeah.
here to.
but
I'm
feels
with
like,
Mac here.
that feels like that's overstepping our.
It could be a good payday,
Purview.
though.
I mean,
We don't
he's
have
got our
actual
number.
evidence of
If he wants to
anybody.
go
We
outside
don't
of the
have
family.
a real name. We say that there's
104.
situation, and you know what? They're in a better position to root out a mole than we are, right? Or
Do you
lack
want,
of
do you
better
want to kind of Bliss, do you want to kind of filter that data to see if any one of those particular capos has potentially been present when youngling underlings have died?
Yes. I think I do.
I'm just going to just throw your data spread at it and roll 12 dice.
Only 12?
It's like the voice recognition. You're like,
Oh,
call
not fun.
mom. Would you like the capo who's trying to raise against their boss?
Oh, shoot.
No,
I
call
think-
mom.
Sorry, that,
You edged it. Yeah.
yeah, that
Oh, you could edge it.
shit.
You got 5 instead of 8. Yeah.
Well, you've got edge. You could just count that and tick off an edge on your edge. Now you can only edge once more.
Yeah,
Before refreshing. Okay, so with that,
fine. Whatever.
No, I said
Crandall
call
Man-
mom.
Crandall Manicotti has been quite the bullet dodger.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, his dudes, his guys and their, underlings have died a lot in his presence. And if you sort through kind of all that rumory stuff and people talking about who's died where and when and stuff, quite often, right
Manicotti
before
was involved.
and right after, someone in the Shinto family seems to mysteriously disappear.
So Manicotti's involved with the Shinto.
Randall.
We met Manicotti. I was not exactly happy with his attitude to begin with.
Mr. What did I call him?
We
I
cannot.
originally called him Captain Fancy Pants.
Yeah.
We cannot give Flurp the name Manicotti.
He works
No.
for Manicotti.
That's just. Yeah, we
We need to walk away. We need to just keep this to ourselves, get paid.
So,
Maybe they
then
hire
the
us
information that we know gets to them. We
Well,
don't
we know
let them know.
we got 4,000 coins coming for the job as it was. The only thing we need to know now is how much more we're going to make off of it.
And they know
so
we're good.
He comes back and he's like, so here's a little extra for the bit of information you gave me. We knew some of it, but I appreciate the forthrightness. He passes you another bread stick that has 25 grand on it.
I pee a
And-
little.
and he says, you look like you've been sorting through something there.
Yeah,
Not gonna
I've
put you
been
in
really
there, but,
digging.
She's not
but whatever
physically
you
there,
wanna
by the way.
share.
It's just Mac and radio face to face.
Yeah,
She's a floating
Oh,
head
okay, so-
in Matrix.
So
right. I'm
uh,
still digging.
right. So all of that takes you like 30 seconds. It's quick.
Right, it's just that the helicopter. The helicopter's hovering, right? That's all.
Yeah.
It has
but
been
it's idling.
Oh,
It
okay.
has been a
Okay.
pleasure doing business with you, sir. And if you need anybody who isn't necessarily tied, you know how to reach us.
Well, he takes out a pen and a piece of paper, and he writes on it. And he folds it, puts the pen away, and he hands it to Mac. No, he hands it to Gerald because he's old. And
Gerald's still in the chopper too. I
Gerald's
think.
in the chopper running.
It's
Oh,
just
so
radio.
Mac's close. So he hands-
Only
he's
radio
hand-
and Mac.
So he hands it to Mac and says, "This, you follow up on this if you feel if you feel so inclined. You know how to get a hold of me. And he says, and he looks down at his pen. He says, apparently all the cargo is there. I appreciate your time. So yeah.
Have yourself a safe night. And I turn and I walk back to Kat's van.
All right.
Shaking, urine, a little down the legs, but playing it cool. Where's my deception roll?
What's
Is
the
he
matter,
still
man?
not reading it?
I will when I get in the armored van.
What's the matter, Mac? Ain't seen that kind of money in how long?
Ever? I got 2 hits on my con to try to appear like I'm keeping it cool. Or I guess that's a composure check. What you
Get in
want?
the damn van and shut up.
All right, I get in the damn van and I shut up.
Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. You guys leave the area. If there's someone you'd like to gather to split up to, distribute the money and the things that you have stolen from the Los Bros brothers, you have one truck that's driving around randomly. The other one, I think did you leave it back at the warehouse?
We gave them the coordinates for the truck driving randomly with
Filled
the
with the-
Los Bros brothers.
Yeah, and what happened to the other big rig?
It's
We
just
left
like
it, didn't we?
blocking it just making it harder for anyone to enter the
Oh,
that
it's still
lot.
there. Okay.
It was
It's just like
basically bait
blocking
for the Shinto
lane.
family.
Yeah.
Unless you want
Okay.
one, Gerald.
I could use a big rig.
I mean, it's up to you whether you want to steal it or not.
Whatever.
I don't.
Gerald, are you muted?
It's a crime syndicate. They're probably not going to report it
I'm
stolen.
muted. Yeah, I'm planning to take the second one.
Okay.
I've got the skills required to
I'll
rejig
run
it and
Overwatch for you while that happens.
put a new VIN on it.
Yeah, we can do some rolls. So let's leave that for a second. We'll skip ahead. So you guys, So for tonight's episode, you've got the 5,000 you were given before, the 5,000 you were given for completing the job, and another 5,000 each for the information, which seems a lot for how little information he gave you. That's your impression.
Gave him.
Sorry, yes, right. For how little you gave him.
We could have tried to get hush money, but that might have just been death. Who knows?
I am curious to know what's on the paper.
15,
So
we each got
you
15,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
You open the paper, Mac, and you look at it, and you read, "We're not all as loyal as we're made out to be."
Oh, surprise me. Such is the Italian family.
I'll share that around to the group. Just be like,
Yeah, what do you make of that?
I'm not surprised.
I don't think that has anything to do with me.
I think this is above my pay grade
Yeah.
for now. But maybe down the line. Wouldn't be a bad thing to have a couple of favors owed.
No,
How do you think I've gotten where I've
No.
gotten?
you don't want favors with the Italian families.
No, they
And you
owe
don't
us.
want favors with someone who's not loyal.
This is
Bingo.
also true.
I don't think he's referring to himself.
No, he's not himself, but he knows others that are.
Yeah, and I think he's trying to get them flushed out.
Which is what the job is that we just did.
And you know who's not loyal, right?
Oh yeah, I know.
If we're working for someone, it's not gonna be... I don't know.
I think he knows his boss is dirty,
Yeah.
and he's loyal to the family, and he knows his boss isn't, but if
And he's trapped in
Right.
that.
yeah,
I don't have a whole
he
lot
can't
of
be the one. He
enjoyment.
Thanks for
wants
him.
us. He wants us to do it.
Yep.
Then pay me.
Oh, I think he's going to.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't have to be coy about it. I mean, he does, but, well, I guess it's like what Max said. Maybe down the line, when
I
they
will
get
say
in touch
this.
to us, in a way more than just a cryptic message on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Who even uses paper?
He's got our number. But
But you also noticed
This is
why
an
he
antique.
went over to where the helicopter blades were rotating.
Yeah.
It drowned out the possibility of being tracked.
I mean, he might be a decent person, but this is the thing, and I've never said this before. If you were sold your soul to an organization, that thing owns you. That's pretty much the only freedom a Shadowrunner has.
Yeah.
Who's up for waffles?
I could use some.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
let's all meet to the restaurant.
So, our runners run off to a restaurant. Hopefully not getting the runs. And
Roll Constitution. No, that's the wrong game.
Soy waffles.
soy waffles. So
Soy bacon.
You sit around, you debrief, and we'll leave our runners there
Sounds right.
and see what the heck happens next week.
Mm-hmm.
So, everyone will get 10 karma for today. We'll even it out. So you guys are going to have a literal shit ton to spend that you've earned over the last four sessions.
From
Which-
36, that seemed about right.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. 36 is what I have.
So
what? Karma?
here's and this will to give viewers a little bit of a.
I had 34 up to today.
And how much cash did we get in
Someone's
the
got
end? I missed
extra.
that.
I don't know.
So you'll each have $15,000 Nuyen cash after all of this, plus I lost track of how much karma I gave you. It was 8 or 9 an episode, and then 10 for today.
Mhm.
Can't remember. It's all on YouTube if you're curious.
Well,
Did you save any of your karma, Donnie, from character creation? Because I'm actually sitting at 40 because I saved 4, but I have 36 as total earned.
I have
Yeah.
quite a
so-
bit
So
saved.
that might be why it's a discrepancy.
I had 25.
You had, and a couple of you had an extra, like Bliss had an extra point, and
I think I had 3.
I used every last bit.
so anyway, we can.
Right, so it
we
should
can
be-
figure that out off stream if we want.
Yeah.
But,
36.
let's just say if you've lost track, you all have 36. If you've lost track, and then 15,000 yen. So you can spend that now, so that your character is brand newly something else and awesomer next time we get together.
Ooh. Cue the awesomer.
Because yeah,
I got to
Awesome.
figure out how to make it work on the upper bar so it adds in.
Oh,
yeah,
we could talk.
can go over that.
That's
Yeah,
Hero
talk-
Lab stuff. Yeah.
Battle Hub.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Now we do need an episode for tonight's game. What do you guys think, or the internet?
Not everyone's loyal.
Ooh.
SpongeBob shit pants.
Yeah, that's also good. Yeah, I'm sure that was on the list, right?
Loyalty on the line.
Oh man.
Invisi-crate away.
I like that one.
Oh,
I'm
Invisi-crate
here,
and
you're here.
loyalty
Who's
away.
driving? Sorry, what?
I don't know. I'm just throwing names.
Well,
I guess.
regardless.
Yeah.
Mm.
Good session, everyone.
Yes, thanks very much, everybody. Thank you, Steve. Whoa, boy, that guy. There's that moment where you can just feel. We didn't see anything, but you can just feel the pincers from all sides coming at us. And it's like, wait, we're sitting with the thing, and that thing is
We should
summoning
go now.
the ring, like the Chopal ring, the Yakuza Horizon Core, the family, possibly another family. Like it was just like,
And they're all coming here now, right? Because the crate was reopened.
yeah. So we
Yeah.
are gone.
Well, I think he disabled it.
Yeah, they did. They disabled it.
He did a thing.
Mhm.
His mage went in and disabled the
Ah,
alarms.
No, so
Clever girl.
It wasn't him. It was the guys taking stock as they went
Yeah.
in there and started scanning things. The signals started to shut down.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
But it would still
Right.
People still would
burst
have had time
when
to,
they
like-
open the door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
but
kind of
you-
wish I'd have seen the product. I wanted to see the labels.
I thought you guys were gonna try to like take one.
No way.
I don't need to get killed by the mob. It's fine.
Not over something small. If I'm gonna get murdered by the mob, it's gotta mean it. I want like my own damn casino.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that's it for tonight. We're gonna wrap up there, but thanks so much, Steve, and thanks everybody else. We'll come back and do this again next week, Thursday, right?
Mhm.
There's the-
All right,
Thursday.
Thursday for the live game. Don't
You're
forget to
Rudy.
check out. Well, not you guys. I'll say sweet nothings to the internet. Actually, I kind of want maybe what
Are you gonna techno rant?
I was gonna say.
Techromancer?
Could you do a quick sweet whispers to the internet to tell them where to find our podcasts and when to find us next? What do you think?
I could.
Oh, okay.
You gotta give me all that information.
Well, just
And you
say
gotta
like
pay me.
SideQuest Live, all the podcast.
And you got to pay
places.
me.
I'll pay you one yellow piece of paper.
One
on.
new yen.
I don't have much.
Yeah,
what did
no.
it say?
Huh?
One
Repeat
card.
what that said. The net yellow tag. Steve,
What's that?
Have a good night, everyone.
repeat what that piece of paper said about the loyalty.
We're
Not everybody's loyal or something.
So
we're not all
Yeah.
as loyal as we're made out to be.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right, Bella, give us a cake.
so you can find us next week live on Thursday, about 9 Eastern, approximately, or you can find us on Twitter at SideQuest Live, or you can find us on Twitch and restream it. Is that good
And-
enough?
That was fantastic. That was well Techromanced.
And do me a favor, blow us a kiss.
All right, thank you. Good night, everybody. Have a wonderful time. We'll see you next week.
It'd only be better if somebody in the chat blows us a kiss.
I'm too old for emoticons.